Hello, we're going to wait a couple of minutes more. I'm just going to test out the camera, make sure it's all set. Good. All right. Let's see what time it is. It's almost 6:30. I'm so happy to be here with you all. My name is Lenore Pavlakos Morales. I'm a former principal dancer with the Dance Theater of Harlem, and I'm very happy to be here to share a ballet bar with you. So we're going to head on over to the bar now and begin, and we'll have a little time at the end to chat. Let me just make sure my volume is up. Get a good sound here. There we go. All right. All right, we're going to begin today facing the bar, 2 hands together. We'll have our feet in first position. We'll make sure that our stomach is lifted, shoulders are down, long side to the back, and we'll go with the 3/4 points. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Again, 5, 6, 7, 8. Front, 3/4 2, plie 3, stretching 4, and a 5, and a 6, plie and stretch. And then the same thing, left and 2 and 3 and 4. Again, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. Front, 3/4, plie, rotating those thighs to straighten, and then to the side. Then we'll repeat the whole thing, 3/4 points, 3/4 lower, 3/4 points, 3/4 lower, and then to the back, 3/4, plie stretch, and to the side. And then we'll repeat the same thing with the left. All right, make sure you have something sturdy to hold on to. 2 hands, if you're facing a chair, that works too. Oh, and we are going to use music from a CD of Michael Cherry. He was the company pianist throughout the years that I was at Dance Theater of Harlem. So a little shout out to Michael Cherry. All right, here we go. And 3/4 points. And lower. Right foot, front, toes down, plie, and stretch, side, toes down, plie, and stretch, left. Stomach is lifted, shoulders are down. And gently holding onto the bar or the chair. Back. 1, 2, 3. Side. To the back. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Slowly straightening the legs. Hold the position. Let's move the arms out to the second position. Let's bring them up to the 5th. And a nice breath opening and lowering. Catch it before the music goes back. Oh, perfect, it didn't go on. All right, well done. So I'm going to stay on this side of the bar for the lesson today. Basically, you take one hand, left hand to the side. I'm going to go at a little diagonal so you can see. Here we go. So we'll go with the demi-plies, 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a full plie all the way down and coming up. Upper body, little curl 1, 2, little curl back, and then forward, full port bras coming up, and to the second, and demi 1 and 2, and a 3 and 4, full plie, 6, 7, 8, up and over, to the chair, to the bar, reassemble, and away. Passing through onto the fourth. 2 demis. No grand plie in fourth. We're going to take the arms up to the fifth. We're going to take the inside arm, the left arm forward. Bring it back up to the fifth. The right arm up and over. Make sure the back shoulder stays down. Long tendu, coming back into the fifth position. 2 demi-pliés. A full plie, and then we'll do full quarter bras. Third quarter bras all the way down, all the way back. Rising up, we'll cross over, take the balance in fifth. All right, get yourself ready. Left hand on the bar. Music going. It's really hot today, so I hope that you have water as well. Stay hydrated through this class. Here we go. Arms first. Demi. And stretch. And demi. Full plie. Long spine. Heels down. Upper body. Bring the legs. Thoracic part of the spine to the back. And now all the way forward. Second position. Stomachs are lifted. Full plie now. Arm right to the side, up and over. Long sides and back and away. Fourth position. No grand plie, arms to the fifth. Holding it. Left arm forward. Stomach is lifted. Arms fifth. Right. Again, arms to the fifth. Long sides of the back. Stretch to the top. Closing the fifth. Reassemble. Weight on 2 feet. And stretch. Again, forward back, all the way down, flat back, and then chest to thighs. Swing up. And then back. One side, rising, then cross those feet over. Beautiful good position. Stomach lifted, sides of the back long. And opening the arms to the second. A nice breath. Slowly straightening the legs, and we'll finish. All right, let's go on to the other side. Left arm front, and second. Full plie down. Upper body forward. Upper body back. Now let it go all the way down. And to the second. Right taller in the spine as you grand plie. Heels into the floor. And break side. Moving on to those abdominal muscles as we come right away. Arms through the first. Fourth position. Now arms go side and up. Up. stretch. And demi. Full plie going down. And 2, 3. All the way forward, down. Up and back. Over the arm to the side. Rise and fit. Cross those feet over. Left arm up. Right arm up. Take the balance. Holding. Stomachs are lifted. Take a breath. Demi-plie and stretch. All right, well done. I'm going to take a look at the screen, and my son is going to pass. He needs to run by. I asked him not to be here to do this. Oh, hey.
Run back out.
Nice to see you all. All right, we're going to go back for our Tendu in first. Sorry about that. Arm to the front and to the side. So we'll take one Tendu to the front, and closing to the first, and to the side, and to the first, and side, demi-rond to the front, to the side, allongé, plie. Inside leg goes up, and flex 2, and pointing 3, and 4, outside 5, and a 6, and plie, and stretch. One Tendu back, and 2, to the side, 3, and 4, and 5, demi-rond jambe, 4, and ande dan, plie, inside leg to the flex, and 2, and 3, and 4, and then 3 with the outside, plie. Then we'll do 2 on quad, through the first, nice and slow, massaging the floor, to the side, we'll do another forward and back, and we'll take a rise into the first, slide it over to the fifth, and take the balance, plie and stretch. So let's start in first position. All right. Front, side, another side, side, front, side, plie, inside 1, flex, point, and first, and plie, back, side, another side, rondeggiamante or demi, demi-plie, inside, and first, plie, and 2 Tendus on the quad, out, 2, to the side, 3, 4, breath to the back, and up, second arabesque arm, forward and back, and down, and 2, 3, really good turn out, stomach lifted up and back, let the feet to the fifth, bring the arms up, opening the arms to the second, demi-plie, and we'll straighten the legs. Okay, let's go to the other side. First position, right hand on the bar, arm front, out, long out, to the side, front, plie, I messed up there, flex, point moves, and first, and plie, 1 back, 1 side, another side, demi-rond jambe or ande dan, and plie, inside and flex, and first, 2 on quad with the arm, out, 2, 3, 4, to the back, and up, 3, and forward bend, down, and up, feel the rotation of the thighs, stomach is lifted, up and back, needs it, we find the balance, holding, opening the arms to the side, demi-plie, slowly straightening the legs, and all right, well done. Let's go on for one from fifth. Let's go ahead and listen to this music. All right. So fifth position, arm to the front and to the side. Two front, and fifth, and two, changing to the side, 3, and 4, coup de pied, rond de jambe, en dehors, long leg, tendu inside leg, lifting it long, and tendu closing it in, and then 4 to the side, and a 5th, and a 6, and a 7, and 8, and 5th, 2, side, 3, 4, coup de pied, Fondu, rond de jambe, en dedans, and hold. Transfer the weight, tendu back, inside leg long, and lower, closing 5th, and in, and 6, and 7, and 8. And then we'll repeat it one more time. So we have 2 to the front, 2 to the side, scoop that foot up to coup de pied devant, right above the ankle bone there, Fondu, rond de jambe to the back, inside leg long, lift, long in, and then 4 to the side. Fifth position, right leg front. Here we go. And in, 2, side, 3, 4, coup de pied, to the front, rond de jambe, en dehors, closing 5th, inside, left leg front, long leg, or even longer, and 4 side, going 5th, 2, 3, nice to the back, and stomachs are lifted, 2 to the side, coup de pied, inside leg, left leg, 1, 2, 3, 4 side, 5th, 2, let's go again, and a 5th, and making it better, and 3, allongé, scoop, up, Fondu, rond de jambe, en dehors, stomachs lifted, long leg, maybe a little higher this time, lowering in, and 5th, 2, 3, to the back, and in. Stomachs are lifted, hold that position, hold on to it, hold it, and breathe. All right, let's go on to the other side. Left hand, take a breath. All right, here we go. Left leg and front, to the side, scooping the toe, pied, Fondu, run all the way to the back. Right leg front, long leg, lowering it down, that's it, and 5th, and 2, to the back. Here we go, 4 side. And again. Inside, maybe a little longer, a little higher. There we go. And 5th, and 4 side. We got 2 feet, arms above, or preparatory position, and hold. All right, I'm just going to come to the screen to make sure that nobody's asking anything, if the music's okay. All right, great. I see some thumbs ups and smiles. There goes my cat. I'll try to shoo him out of the way, Mr. Biggs. Okay, let's go back. It's pretty hot outside, so I'm sure by this time of the day, we're already pretty warm after the second tendu and the prep. So let's take fifth position for a quick dégagé in the first. Going in a first and 2 and 3 and 4 will be facing the bar. Closing back and 6 and crossing over 8 and a in and 2 and 3 and 4 and a front and 2, 1 closing back and 2, 1 closing front. Dégagé. Plies second. Lift the leg, closing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, closing back. Slide the whole foot down to the fifth and a fifth. And 1, 2, 3, 4, closing front. Closing front. Take your time on that. 2, and then 1, and a long leg, brushing the whole foot down, up and out. A plie in second. You can challenge yourself there, taking the leg up 45. We don't have to go higher than that yet. And then bring the arms down on bottom. All right, 4, 2 back, 4, 2 front, 2, 1, 2, 1. I think you got it. Fifth position, right leg front. We'll move a little quicker on this one. Here we go. And in, and 2, and 3, and 4, closing back, and back. Pulling up on those, 1 and 2, stomach, and shoulders down. Now 2 and 1, and 2, closing back. 1, 2, closing front, dégagé, 45. Be a second if you want, or a second, I'm going to hang on. All right, and left, in, 2, 3, 4, closing back, and in, and a front. Beautiful. And 1, 2, closing back, 1, 2, closing front, 1 second, yeah. Second, closing into the fifth, bring the arms up. Hold the position. All right, let's take a breath here, because we're going to be in all these positions. We just worked on the previous exercise. We had that dégagé with a tendu with a relevé long, nice and long leg here. Now we just did the second leg, rushing to the side. So we're hitting all the positions. Coupé, coup de pied devant, same thing. Nice and high. We don't want to have it down here. DTH style, as far as I know, Mr. Mitchell used to always say, 2 fingers above the ankle bone. So that's what we do. We get the nice triangle in between. All right, let's keep that in mind for this next exercise for the fifth. One more dégagé. I should probably listen just to be safe. Maybe just a hair slow. So 2 front, it's kind of like the tendu. And fifth and 2, these are dégagés. And side 3 and 4. And front, piqué, 7 and 8. And then we're going to lower. This time we'll do with the pas de cheval. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We just talked about where the toe goes there. And a 5 and a 6 and a 7 and 8. 2 back. 1, 2 to the side, 3, 4, brushing, clutch to the front, piqué, closing, fifth. Weight on 2 feet. Coup de pied. Out, in, and down, and 4 side, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll repeat another time so we get a chance to make it even better. The music's probably going to end, but we'll still go right on up to the fifth. We'll still stay 2 feet today for this one. Arm to the fifth, we'll take a nice long balance. You'll take the balance. I'll tell you to do it. I'll take a little break there, and we'll hold the position. So 2 front, side, front, piqué, in, out, in, down, 4 side, 6, 7, 8, and then the reverse. Right leg front, stomach's lifted, take a breath. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, fifth, clutch, piqué, wait, coupé, out, in, 4 side, going fifth, and a fifth, and a fifth, and a fifth, 2 back, 3 side, clutch, piqué, 1, out, 5 lifts, and in, 2, and feet. So we get lift inside the battement. 2, 3, 4, and in. Go ahead, take a plie. Go on up to that fifth position. Take the long balance. Make sure that the feet are crossed, the knees are crossed, scapula down, shoulders, breath. And lowering, take a little plie to bring. All right, well done. Let's go on to the other side. Left leg fifth front, please. 2, 3, 4, fifth, flush, decay, flush, go, and 1, out, in, down, 4 side, 2 back, side, flush, decay, 1, 2, 4 side, again, 1, inside, right leg. 4, fifth. Take a soft demi-plie, slide that left foot across so you get a nice fifth position. More nice fifth, crossing over, taking those arms up, opening, legs out to the side, and stretch. All right. I think we did two dégagés already. Round the jambe. All right, today let's just start in first position. So we have just the arm for the preparation, to the front and to the side. En dehors, front, and 2, and 3, and 4, on layer, 45, not high. Tracing that half circle all the way around, 7, and 8. And then again, and 2, and 3, and then we do a small attitude for the grand rond jeté. I think I'm gonna hit the curtain here, but up to the back, 1 around, and again, grand rond de jambe jeté en dehors, and brushing front. And then the reverse, 1, I'm gonna move this over, and 2, and 3, and 4, en l'air, 6, 7, 8. Grand rond de jambe jeté en les dames. We're gonna go with a small attitude. We're just gonna take the arm up to the fifth and keep it there. A terre, 1 more time. Brushing back. We'll take the deep lunge down, 2, 3, 4, cambre back, 6, 7, 8, ton lié. Live dangerously today, Monday morning, Fondu, morning, oh my goodness. And up, we're gonna lift the leg up, passe, go to the arabesque, a little rise, and plie and stretch. All right, I think I can talk you through this one. 4 en dehors, 1 en l'air, 1, 2, 3, attitude. 4, grand rond jeté, à terre, another grand rond jeté en dehors, and brush. First position, please. Just the arm. Front. Shoulders down. En dehors, and 1, 2. Little Joplin dances for those that know this music. 4. That's Robert Garland's ballet from years ago. 3 more. 2. The 4 stays attitude. Grand rond jeté. Up. And en terre. And again. Rushing to the front. On and on. 1. On layer. Let's go there. Holding, tracing that half circle toe. Rotating that calf forward. And 1. And 2. 3. Small attitude. Grand rond jeté en les dames. En terre. Another 1. Continue on brushing back. Deep lunge with the outside leg. All the way down. You guys go down. There it goes. Cambre back. Long arm. Little chungi. Letting go of that chair. Arm on in front. And just lift the leg up. Bring it Passe arms are still in the fifth. And we're going to go to the arabesque. You go ahead and take that leg nice and high. Finding that position. Inside of the leg, rotating outward, back leg, toes are stretched, holding it. Holding it. Rising up, elevate, straight leg, go ahead, up. All right, shake it out. That's what you need to do. I'm going to get a little sip of water here. Let's see if there's anything else going on that I need to be great. Just checking, making sure everyone's okay. Hope you're all doing okay and enjoying the lesson so far. To the left. First position. Just the arm, front, side, à terre, 4, and 1. On layer, stomach is lifted, tracing that half circle all the way around, long to the back. Nice. 1, 2, the fourth one to the small attitude. Now, run, jump, jeté, ande, or. À terre. And again. Brush front, upper body, hold, and back. And 2. On layer, stomach is lifted, supporting legs, taking both legs, rotating, turning out even more. Long leg side, calf up. 1, 2, 3, small attitude, weight over the toes. Run, jeté, and another. Rushing back, deep lunge with the outside leg. That's the left leg. Up and back. Only hips and shoulders in mind. Long leg, fondu, knees to the side, no kissing knees. Stretch that leg long, all the way, nice and high. Bring it into the passe out. Okay, holding that position. Stretching it to the first fourth arabesque. Facing you, it looks like first. Now we do the relevés. Cross it over to the fifth. And demi-plie. And stretch. And whenever else you need some water, stretch your calves. All right. I like to follow the traditional structure: Tendu, Dégagés, rond de jambe, Fondu, Frappé. All right, so we're going on to our fondus. We'll do this. Your call. If you are feeling really, really, really strong, go ahead and rise everything. But I'm just going to show it on flat. So we go 1, Fondu 1 for the first half. 2, we have to get some releve in here, right? 3, and crossing over to the fifth, 4. And then the inside leg to the back, 5, and open out 6, and fondu 7, and 8. And then 1 fondu, passe 2, développé to the side, 3 and 4, run jump, ande or, and lowering 5th. And we reverse the whole thing. 1 and 2 and 3, rising, crossing it over to the 5th. 5 and 6 and 7, crossing over to the 5th. Stomach is lifted, there we go. And then fondu, passe, out, hold, 1, 2, 3, closing 5th. We'll take a little side because we can use a little extra stretch here. And let's just go up and over and back down. All right, so we have 1 fondu front and fondu and 5th, and fondu back and fondu and 5th. Fondu passe, nice and high, and just unfold the leg from the knee out. Well, there you go. It's easier with the hand holding, right? And 1 and 2 and 3, and we lower to the 5th. Stomach is lifting. Reverse the whole thing. Then we'll do a side and side, and we'll do the port de bras. All right. Good position, right leg front, please. Now remember, I'm angling in so that I can keep looking so you can see, but you can go straight on to the side. Front, right leg front. And 1, out, 2, and 3, and closing, and back. And cross to the 5th. Now onto the passe, fondu, passe, unfold to second, holding that leg on your and out, and out, gently into the fifth, reverse, one, and cross to the fifth. Passe, stomach is lifted, hips and shoulders in line, unfold that leg, down, toes are stretched. Now let's bend on the side. The side to the back. Stomach is lifted. Don't stick your popo out. Okay. Let's take the arms to the fifth, like we did earlier. Go inside. Outside. Let's go on to the other side. Left leg to the front, please. Make sure every fondu, let's just talk a moment about this. We'll take an extra moment just because the fondus are really one of the most important exercises in the ballet bar because we're really developing our lower back for all of our jumping, landing in the fondu. So we want to make sure that when we're fonduing that we're not tipping, that nothing is happening here, that we're not kind of sticking our popo out or anything. Stomach is lifted, heel is forward in the fondu, and then when we cross it over to the fifth, we just go right up, boom. And the same thing to the back. The heel, the toes, we don't want them to sickle. So the heel is out. The heel is in and the toes are out. Oops. Right? And the same thing. Slide across. Thighs cross over to the fifth. All right, let's keep that in mind when we go to the left. Fifth position. Lifted arm to the front. On in. And out. Here we go. And all toes down. As best as we can. Right? Sometimes a little bit doesn't always make it. Fondu, passe. Extending out, stay, hold. You can test your balance if you wish. And out, and out, and out. Closing, fifth, reverse. And one. Back. Extending out and hold. Go ahead, test your balance. Even if it's just lightly up the chair or more. And breathing to the side. Stomach is lifted here. Legs, thighs are crossed. Arms to the fifth. Right arm forward. Stomach is lifted, shoulders are down. Weight on both feet. Alright, shake it out. Let's do a little frappe. We'll do a pretty simple frappe just to get moving, get those feet moving. We'll stay on flat, and then we can repeat on half points. And I have no idea why my music went away here. Oh, there we go, Michael Cherry. Frappe. Let's just do 2 and 3. Preparations pointing to the side, striking out, 2, and then on the half beat, 3 and 4, and then to the back, and 6, and 7, and 8, and double encore, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and then petite battement. Pattern many of us are very familiar with. 7, only we're going to open out in the 8. And then reversing it back, 2, side, 3 and 4, front, 6, 7, and 8, double around, 2, 3, 4, petite battement, 6, 7, 8. Plie. Relevés passe with the inside leg, and we'll just take the balance here and we'll hold. Holding it back, then we plie and stretch. I like to do the frappes through the sur le coup de pied, where the toes strike nice and high. They strike out and they go. Comes back in. Toes striking out. Same thing to the back. Striking out. All right, let's do that. 2 and 3, 2 and 3. Fifth position, right leg front. Pointing side, going out, three side, and up, and up, and up, and back, 2, 3, and 4, double on quad, and a front, and a side, and back, petite with the arm, my back, I'm circle, all the way, keep going, 8, out, 3, and 4, stomachs are lifted, strong supporting play, on quad, petite, reversing, 8, plie, relevant passe back, inside leg, holding it, stomach is lifted, that's it, and we'll close good when you're ready. Okay, let's go to the other side. I didn't do the quick turn to the other side because some of us are with chairs. I want to give you time so that you really set up for the left side. But we certainly could go right and left quick. To the side. And out, out. The long quad and the front. Petite. Open 8 and up. 3 and 4. Double around. Petite. 8. Strong fist. Sound like this. Relevés passe back. 2 hips in line. Don't let anything tip out. Shoulders down. Beautiful first position. Arms. Take the balance. Cross it over. Switch. Oh my goodness, it's 7:11 already. Let's get on with our quick adagio and a grand mama. And then a little talk in the center. Adagio. If you need a sip of water, please get a sip of water. If you need a towel, I certainly need a towel. Go ahead and wipe your brow. Here we go. So let's just do a développé to the front. Wrapping through the cervical to the pivot 1, and a 2, and a 3, enveloppé to the passe 4. Keeping the arm in the 5th développé, 2nd, and 6th and 7th closing. 5th, we'll do a cambre forward. 2, 3, 4, and then fondu with the attitude inside leg and extending it up and out and lowering down. And reversing 2, 3 to the passe 4. Take the arm up to the 5th as you développé 2nd. Take the arm down. Attitude, plie, stretch arabesque. We'll go ahead with a punching all the way down. We'll take the balance in the 4th arabesque. You guys rise up there, hold that balance, and then we'll close this. All right, 5th position, développé 2, 3, enveloppé 4, 5, 6, 7, closing 5th, inside leg. No, cambre forward, 2, 3, 4. Plie in the attitude, nice plie. And then when we stretch the body, I'm going to come this. Make sure we go all the way up and out. And then we reverse only to the penché. 5th position, right leg front. All right. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, lifting that side, knee, hitting hard. 2nd, 2, 3, closing 5th, back, up and forward. Coming up, plie, brush left leg attitude front, and stretch both legs on upper body back. Reversing right leg, développé arabesque. Lifting to the passe, stomach is lifted. 2nd. That's it. Arm goes down and back. Plie, straight leg arabesque. Go ahead, punche, go on all the way down. Go ahead, you guys can go through a nice punche. When you're ready, coming back back up. Long leg in the back, fourth arabesque, so the head is tilted. Straight leg rise. Taking the balance. Take it to the fifth. Plie. Stretch. And then if you need an extra stretch, go ahead. We get ready for the other side. I think we're good. Let's go on to the left. Nice breath. Développé. 1, 3. Up to the passe hold. Extending second. Closing fifth back. Cascading forward all the way down. Coming up. Right leg brushes attitude plie. Extending it long. Great. To the back. 1. Lifting passe. Second. That's it. Breathing. Arm goes down and back. Arm to the fifth. Brush the leg to the arabesque plie. Stretch. And keep going all the way down. Go, 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 go. All the way down. Keeping that leg up as you come up to that arabesque. And builds over the left hand, fourth arabesque. Passe elevé, holding that. Great. And crossing over to the fifth. Stomach so lifted, shoulders down. Demi plie. And stretching. Easy round. I think I'm going to come to the other side of the bar just for this one. My space is kind of small here. All right, so we'll go with the left hand on the bar. We'll do 2 gros-mat-mas to the front, 2 1 tendu, 1 gros-mat-mas, then 2 gros-mat-mas to the side, plie, relevé, passe, and change. And then 2 to the back, 1 tendu to the front, 2 to the side, plie, relevé, passe, and then you can go ahead and you can take your balance there. Hold, hold, hold. You can bring the arms up to the fifth and open out to the side. So we have 2 gros-mat-mas front, 1 tendu back, 2 gros-mat-mas sides, plie, relevé, passe, and then we reverse the whole thing. 2 back, 1 tendu, 2 side, relevé, passe, and balance, balance, balance. All right. So let's start with the right hand on the bar. That is so wrong. The left hand on the bar. You got it. 1 tendu, 4th arabesque. 1 gros-mat-mas, 2 to the side. Plie, relevé, passe, and hold. Closing to the back. 1 tendu front. 1 back, 2 side, and side. And we're going to take the balance, relevé, passe, stay toe to the front. Lie out, 5 3/4 points, finding that balance. You stay up there, you take as long as you want. Moving the arms through to the fifth position. We're in that passe, up and out. Hopefully we're still there. And demi plie, and stretch. On to the left. Here we go, fifth position. 2, arabesque, 1 front, 2 side, nice and tight, shoulders down, stomach lifted. Plie, relevé, and plie to the back, second arabesque. 1 tendu. Plie, relevé, passe, scoot to the front, sides of the back long, stomach is lifted, shoulder blades down. Finding the balance, you go ahead and stay up there. Moving the arms to the fifth. Moving the arms out to the second. Breath, and lower. All right. Well, that's going to complete our bar because we're already at 20 after. So I'm going to move my bar back. I'm going to come over and have a little chat. I hope you had a good time. It was a lot of fun. I'm over here totally sweating. I'm going to get some water to warm my drink. So let me just take a sip over here. Wow, so many people over here have names. Cool. Thank you all so much for joining into the class today. Like I said, my name, there goes my cat, Lenore Pavlakos Morales, and I'm former principal dancer with the Dance Theater of Harlem, and I joined the company in 1993. I came in as a corps de ballet dancer and spent some time there in the corps, which was a big company then. There were 50 dancers at that time, and worked my way up through the ranks to soloist and then to principal. So my whole time there, 11 years, fabulous time, so many wonderful stories. Let's see. Oh, thanks. Wow. Where to start? Mr. Mitchell, of course. This man was such a gift to the dance world. He is greatly missed already, but we as DTH dancers, former dancers, future dancers, can still carry on his legacy for excellence in the arts for minority dancers. Wow, he always held us to the highest standard. He expected us to be nothing less than the best, because that's what we should. We deserve to be given the chance to do anything we wanted to do. So he has a special place in my heart, right? Such a place in my heart. And without him, I don't think I would have been the artist I became. He saw potential, and he guided, like he did for everyone, guided all his dancers. So I'm very thankful for that experience. Let's see, we traveled so much. My first year when I joined the company, I left on tour 8 days later. It was like, are you interested? Okay, we're going on a tour to Canada, then off to Europe. So wow, what a way to join a company and just get thrown into the rep. So we traveled so many different places, China being one that was outstanding. I'm trying to just see here. Aw. China, wow. It was freezing in China, and we were doing Giselle. Now, I think some of you might have already just watched the Creole Giselle. So can you imagine doing that in a foreign country in freezing cold temperatures? They wouldn't let us into the theater until just like the last moment. We had to warm up holding on to chairs, kind of like what we're doing today, like kind of just holding on to whatever we could to warm up, to get ready. But of course, it was a big hit because, you know, it's Arthur Mitchell's ballet, it's Giselle, and it showed our dancers off beautifully. So that was a wonderful memory going to China and Brazil. We had a fabulous time in Brazil. There's so many places and so many things that I could talk about. I could go on and on. Maybe just a little bit more. I hope it's okay. Does anybody have a question you want to ask? I see that I can take some questions. Let's see, anybody going to say anything? Let me see. I'm catching the end. All right, well, sweet. I guess one thing that always sticks out for me is dancing at the Apollo on 125th Street. We were doing Return, which is recently was just on as well. And President Bill Clinton was there. It was for a festival. And I remember we just finished, we're all sweaty. We come off and someone comes back to us and says, we need you to meet the president. We're like, what? So we run out there with our little costumes. They're like, no, go back and get some warm-ups. You can't go in that little scanty costume. So it was Donald Williams and Kelly Saunders, Kip Sturm, and we got a chance to meet the president that day. And then I think later on in the evening at another time at the Apollo, Michael Jackson was there. So, hey, you can't beat those stories. Well, I want to thank you all for coming to the class today, for joining us. It was my pleasure to share with you my ballet lesson. Like us on Facebook. Let me see, like us on Facebook. Like us on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. There's a little bell on the top corner there that you can you can hit. That will give you information about any upcoming videos or classes that are taking place. And if you enjoyed the lesson, feel free to say you liked it. All right, I'm going to sign off. I want to say be safe, be kind, and just dance. All right, heading out. Bye.